coming up this weekend. Frankie Edgar and let's see what we got as far as sound. Frankie Edgar and Max Holloway for the featherweight title. Try to keep this low so we don't get flagged. But I still want to hear it so I know when the fights are coming on and shit. Yeah, 240 coming up. It's a great scene. A couple of good fights. Rather lackluster card compared to what we're used to dealing with 239, 238. Edgar doesn't deserve a title shot, yeah, but his manager's Ali, so he's got it. Everything works in a special way. My connection is unstable. Why is my connection unstable? Is it back? He's got one of the best managers in the game right now. So, I mean, that's why he's there. He's coming off a win against Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson's at the top of the division. Jose Aldo was taking a step away. Now he's back. Ortega is a beat. All them not ready right now. So it kind of made sense that if Max wanted to take this fight, if Max wanted to take this fight, I gotta text my cousin. If he wanted to have a fight right now in this time frame, it made sense. I want to see Holloway versus Cejudo, and it's not happening. Cejudo will never go up to 145. It's too small. Max Holloway would eat him alive. He's definitely not going to go that route with his career. The rumor is right now Cejudo is going to – I want to hear him get slapped too. I want to see him get slapped too. But the rumor is that Cejudo is going to go back to 25 and fight Joey Benavidez next for the 125-pound title. That happens, of course, we're probably going to see Cejudo Faber. I love Cejudo Faber. I think that's awesome. Give Faber a title shot. Give Dan Henderson a title shot when he was about to end. You know what I mean? Who else? Diego Sanchez. Get that fucking guy a title shot. You know, fuck it. I like the old guys, you know. I'm not that old, but I like the older guys getting title shots, getting chances to get the title one last time. You know what I mean? So I'm down all for Cejudo versus Faber. It's not going to happen. Cejudo's going to fight Joe Benavidez next. While Aljo is going to fight Peter Yan more than likely for the bantamweight interim title or whatever. And then Henry will defend, if not vacate, his title, either making the winner of that fight the champion of bantamweight or just making him solidify it somehow. I think Aljo will take the Peter Yan fight pretty handily. I don't think there's going to be real much of a kickback there. Contender Series starting. I know we like to get the predictions in before the Contender Series. We're going to be back and forth. Billy Quiantillo against Camula Kirk. Billy is 11-2 out of Tampa Bay, Florida. He was on Tough, the Ultimate Fighter, in 2015. He fought mostly for the King of the Cage, and one of those losses on the Ultimate Fighter was to Saul Rogers. He's doing very good in the UFC right now. Kirk is 9-2 out of Arizona, 2-0 in LFA. So he's in LFA. Who would you have for the 125? If it was Cejudo Faber, I got Cejudo just because Faber's too old. But my pick, what I want to pick is going to be Faber. I'd want Faber to get the title, you know what I'm saying, before he retire again or whatever. But I'd like to see him get the title. If you're saying between him and Joseph Benavidez, I got Benavidez. Benavidez won the first time. He was just able to outwork him in every aspect of the fight for every round and won that fight. So I feel like it would go a lot of the same with Joseph Benavidez the second time around. And new Joseph Benavidez. I'd love to hear it. I can't wait to hear it. Gaethje and Cowboy fight is on. Yes, that's for Vancouver. I think it's sometime in September, October. This guy's walking out draped in the American flag. First fight on the main card for UFC 240 is Marc-Andre Barriault versus Krzysztof Jutko. And Mark Barriault's 11-2. He lost his UFC debut against Andrew Sanchez in May by decision. 8 out of 12 of his wins are finishes, and he has never been finished himself. Jutko's 20-4, 1-3 in his last 4 fights that date back to 2017. Decision loss to David Branch, knockout losses to Uriah Hall and Brad Tavares, and then most recently got a win over Alan Admodiski in April of 2019. He also has wins over Brad Scott and Tialis Leites. Barriault, I was really big on Marc-Andre Barriault when he was coming into the UFC. I was kind of disappointed in his performance with the Sanchez fight, but I do think he has a lot of talent, and Jotko's kind of always been that gatekeeper type of guy. So I'm going to go Barriault by knockout second round. Oliver Albon Mercier will be fighting Arman Tirasakan. Mercier's training directly with George St. Pierre now. That's something that changed in his camp. So it's something that we're most likely going to see immediately in his fighting style change. Now that he's training with George St. Pierre on the regular. Another Canadian. Andre Barriault, I didn't specify, is from Canada. So hometown guy there. Mercier is from Canada. I got Mercier once again. 2 fight losing streak he's on, both of them decisions to Alexander Hernandez and Gilbert Burns. He's 11-4. 8 out of his 11 wins are by submission. He's got wins over Evan Dunham, Tony Martin, Drew Dober, and he's never been finished. Arman, on the other hand, lost his UFC debut, much like Barriault, in April against Islam Makhachev. High competition. Fuck Hardy, put him against anyone. Don't feed him guys with no experience. Juwan's got a lot of experience, man. Juwan's actually had one more fight than Greg Hardy had. And if there's anything to be really mad at about that fight, it's that the ref let Greg Hardy punch Juan in the back of the head countless amount of times. And I actually look back at one of Hardy's Contender Series fights. He knocked the guy out standing up, but as soon as the guy goes to the ground, he punches him directly in the back of the head. And as soon as he punches him in the back of the head, completely limp. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Greg Hardy could just be knocking guys out because he's punching him in the back of the head and he's not getting caught for it. Needless to say, he did win, quick knockout. I say, fuck that. I'm with you, JoJo. Fuck him. Feeding Derek Lewis. Give Derek Lewis to Greg Hardy and watch if Greg Hardy could stand that. Because Lewis going to bang with him. And as long as Lewis's back is fine, Lewis going to fuck him up. So I'd love to see that. Masvidal does slap Edwards. Masvidal fucks Leon Edwards up. Leon Edwards got a big fucking mouth. I don't like it. You know, gotta respect the fighters, but goddamn, man. You're like levels behind Jorge Masvidal. You just talk all that shit, dude. All that shit. And it's like, you got like 3 fights left till the title fight. Masvidal is there, bro. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, I understand, like, you want to fight for the title. You think your fight was so impressive or whatever the case is. But, dude, you're winning decisions. You're not finishing. You know what I mean? Split decision, unanimous decision, whatever. You're getting decisions. And Masvidal's putting people to sleep. I think what guys hear, you guys got to hear the garage door one time. Let's be right back. BJJ guy, I would not be satisfied with him getting submitted. Connor wins the title again? Probably not. Masvidal looks good. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. You're gonna get views. Come here. All right, look what my guy's got wrapped around his neck. You gotta get in front of the camera looking like that. Here, I'll tell you when you're in there. So there, sit down right there. Look at this guy with his neck rolled.
Who that?
Hmm?
Who that? Who we thinking? Oh, we on live?
Yeah, that's their names right there. Billy, Quintero, and then could be a little Kirk.
What's up, bro? Somebody's actually on.
Yeah, there's a couple people on there.
Oh, what's up?
Couple Connor's Nate 3 sound interesting, you guys? Yeah. I think that'd be the only fight he'd come back to, Connor. Nate
Choke him
Diaz.
out.
Huh?
Said choke him out.
Yeah, it's a contender series, bro. They didn't want to finish on this here.
Yeah. Good, bro.
Good?
Yeah.
We got this for you right here. Where you are on camera. That there. Show it in there for me and that thing. Yeah. Shoot him, man.
Pom-pom, all type of shit.
Yeah, dog, that's my shit. Yeah, go. But hey, man, contender series, they be trying to finish on this shit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tell you about San Francisco?
Yeah. Bugging.
Yeah.
Bugging. I told you, I hit you, Seth. I was like, bro, we should go to Boston, if anything.
Yeah.
But
Why you don't think San Francisco?
$350 per flight, per ticket on the flight.
No, it's like round trip. $350. I found $350.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then we got to pay for our ticket there, it's in San Francisco, so it's gonna be like $150.
Yeah.
And then the hotel between the three of us, that'd be like $100 a piece.
Yeah.
I think it's like fucking $600.
Yeah.
Crazy as hell. I told him Boston's a week later.
Yeah.
And the tickets there, the flight tickets are only like $150.
Yeah.
Now fuck that. The tickets there, $150.
Yeah.
So like half the price. We spent like $300 a piece to go there. Plus we had to eat and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I told him that he didn't answer me that. So I don't think he wants to go. I think he wants to go to San Francisco.
Yeah. It's probably
The only reason I said Boston is because Boston got legal weed too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Connecticut and all that. Yeah.
I was going to say we should go to the Washington one because it's closer. We could actually drive to Washington.
Yeah.
They're not like that. You got to have a medical card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy it on the street.
Yeah, or something like that.
That's what my homeboy did.
Shit, we rarely get lucky like that on the thing. And when we do, we fuck them up like we did at the beach, remember?
Yeah.
The one time we get lucky.
Yeah. Well, I ain't going to hold you up, brother.
You good, man?
All right.
Holla at you. Good looks.
Don't let Juicy get lawnmowers, man. He might try to come get
He already did. He been like, hey, let me get one of these, yada. One of them ain't mine, so.
That's a no-go.
Yeah, it is.
Grill?
Huh?
You grill?
Yeah, bro, that shit new. Yeah, had to take it out the rain. That shit was in the back.
Yeah. All right, bro.
All right, brother. One more time for the garage. Tony would overwhelm who? Tony versus Khabib is very, very interesting, guys. For a lot of reasons. Tony's very good off his back, but Khabib puts a different type of pressure when he's on top of you. So it's hard to see if Tony would be able to get any kind of offense off his back against Khabib's pressure. But that's a very interesting fight. I like Tony in that fight. Conor does not sleep either one of them. Conor already didn't sleep Khabib. Masvidal versus Khabib is interesting too because Masvidal will be way bigger. So, I mean, it's very, very likely that Masvidal could possibly stop the takedown long enough. Or who knows how good his takedown defense is. We didn't get to see it with Ben Askren. But Kirk putting a beating on my man early. Show you, man, that talent over there, King of the Cage, it's not like LFA, dog. Definitely ain't. Official now. What's official? Smith and Johns, Cole Smith and Brett Johns, former Contender Series guy that we were watching a couple weeks ago, getting his first UFC fight. Greg Hardy versus Cejudo. No, I wouldn't watch. Was Diaz Connor's first fight at 170? Yeah. 170 and 189, right? Ah, come on. Don't tell me. We good? Everybody here? Phone froze. I don't know what the hell happened. 170 and 189, I think, were the two. Yeah, were the two Nate fights. If I'm not mistaken. I don't like King of the Cage. We had a bad experience with them. We tried to hit them up for press credentials, and they tried to clown us, talking about we don't got enough followers. We have more followers than their Twitter page. Our Twitter page had more followers than their Twitter page. And they're like, you don't got enough followers. Okay. More followers than you, bud. Dang your whole promotion. And we're like 3 people. And your whole promotion got less followers than us. Oh, yeah, 170 welterweight. I thought you were talking about the number card it was, like UFC 189 is what I was talking about. It was, right? It was 189 and something else. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. I might look whenever the commercial comes, but we're second round. These guys are going at it. Kirk is beating the fuck out of him now. Ah, that makes more sense. 189, 202, because then he fought on 205 against Eddie. So that makes a lot of sense, yeah. 189, 202. See, he threw me off. He was talking about welterweight, 170. I didn't know fucking. Yeah, bare knuckles, good shit. I like it. Boxing's a little weird, though. It gets a little, you know. That guy just died from boxing on Friday night, 28-year-old kid. Cornerman begged him to stop. He did. And I think died the next day or something like that. Boxing's a fucking harsh sport, man. Definitely not as safe as MMA. And I explain it just on one aspect. I'm going to get back to these predictions in just a minute. I'm explaining on one aspect, boxing versus MMA. And that is that boxing, you can get knocked clean out cold. Your lights shut off, they come back on immediately, right? You have 8 seconds for the lights to come back on, you to look around, get your legs back underneath you, and stand back up and throw your hands up at the ref. And if you do that within 8 seconds, you can take more ass beating, and your brain can get more fucking fried. So, you know, in MMA, it's like when you get knocked out, when you get hit with that one hit and get knocked clean out, and the ref sees your eyes closed, the ref immediately stops the fight. Don't matter if you wake up a second later. Don't matter if you wake up and you throw something up and you're able to like stop him from punching you now. Like you just for some reason came straight to. If he sees your eyes shut, he's stopping the fight. You know what I mean? And there's been times where fighters have started wrestling with the refs, got up and immediately started complaining with the refs. It don't matter. If you go out, he's stopping the fight. Boom. One time that night. And then you're not going to be able to do it again until months later. In a boxing fight, you can get knocked down. If they don't got a 3 knockdown rule, you can get knocked down in every round of a 12-round fight. And you can get knocked completely out and keep waking up 12 different times in one night. It's fucking nuts, man. It's horrible for your brain, dude. Horrible. That's fight card when Askren 4 KO. But he's fine now. That's what I'm saying. Ben Askren, he was out. He went out like that. It was very ugly. It was a very ugly scene for us fans to look at because he was like out cold. He got hit with those after shots. But like it's like a month later, he's fine. Or like a month after, a couple weeks after, he was fine. He was doing an interview. He didn't have nothing fucked up. He don't have no fucking orbital bone broke. No shit like that. He got knocked clean out. That's it. You know what I mean? And the fight was stopped immediately. Home did get fucked up. And yeah, I don't think boxing's harder, no, than MMA. In boxing, there's one ultimate tool that you can learn that will beat every other type of boxer. Beat a Mexican style boxer, beat this kind of boxer, beat this kind of boxer. And that's Floyd Mayweather's defensive style, point fighting boxer who could beat any, no matter, every single time. You know, Floyd's undefeated. You know, if you're good enough at it, you won't lose. It's just, you gotta be able to get out of the way of the punches. Keep a good gas tank, get out of the way of the punches. MMA is so hard. You got to be good at so many different things, or you're fucked in some fights, And Billy's on the comeback right now. Why would that make it harder, though? That makes them, for all day long, whenever they're training for the sport, all day long, they could train in one thing. An MMA person has to train 20 different things in one day if he wants to get good. And he needs to do it every day. What do you First of all, what do you mean by wrestling? And second of all, what are we defining as hardest sport? Like most difficult to compete, or most difficult to train, or what? As wrestlers, their training is definitely the hardest, if that's what we're talking about. But if we're talking about like performance difficulty when you get out there and you're in the show, Billy's coming out fast too. He's going to put him away here in this third round. He's got his hands down. He's coming at him. Yeah, you do, but so do they, is my only point. Like, my point to MMA is if you're, like, it's harder because you can't just be a boxer and come do MMA. You can't just be one of the best wrestlers in the world, Ben Askren, and come into MMA. You can't, you know what I mean? It's Ben Askren did it, 20-something fights, not in the UFC. Yeah, the UFC is a different animal, dude. They got the best talent in the entire world, anywhere. They have the most resources to get the most talent that there is. If you could be undefeated there, you got some. You went 1-1. 1-1. Some people got cut for less than that. Some people get cut for going 2-0. And then they get cut. You went 1-1. You go stay because you got a name. But that's all I'm just saying. Like, boxers don't last. Floyd would never, ever, 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 ever get in a ring. If that's what we're talking about as far as the sport being hard, Floyd, not a ring, a cage. If Floyd got into a cage, he loses to anybody. Any one of those guys. These guys that we're watching right here would beat Floyd Mayweather in a cage. But you can see guys like Conor, and I don't care what anybody says, you can see guys like Conor go into boxing, do a boxing training camp, come from an amateur boxing background in the MMA, and do pretty damn good against Floyd Mayweather. And yeah, Floyd was giving up some rounds, and yeah, Floyd won the fight. But dude, Conor was giving him the business for a minute. Floyd looked scared for a minute, and Floyd knew he had to turn it around, and he was glad as fuck that Conor got tired. Glad as fuck. I think Billy just took this unanimous. Or no, we just took a knockout. Sorry, TKO. I was about to say unanimous decision, but TKO. Third round TKO. So far, we got Marc-Andre Barriault, Olivier Albon Mercier, both Canadians. Third to last fight of the main card, Jeff Neal and Nico Price. Very interesting fight also. Nico Price, very diverse striker, power from everywhere. And then Jeff Neal, obvious power, great submission game. I don't think that's true either. I don't think Canelo would have ran over him like that. It's not that big of a disparity when some of these guys in MMA were like amateur boxers, and they're like some went pro and took like a pro or two fight, and then they transferred over to MMA. Like some of them just never got big in boxing before they went to MMA, and then they did. So there's some people that got skill, man. And Conor McGregor was one of them. He's a good boxer. He's a good Irish boxer, though. Those, like I said with the Floyd thing, is going to lose to that style every time because they need to attack. Conor needs to attack, and Floyd is not giving him what he needs to attack. Floyd's only playing defense. And Floyd did very well in that fight. I'm not saying anything bad about Floyd for that fight. He beat the brakes off him in those last couple rounds, but I'm just saying you can't say Conor McGregor sucked that whole fight. He did good. And that was like he didn't have pro boxing. I think he might have been like 1 or 2 an hour or something like that in boxing, but he didn't really fight pro boxing. That was like one of his first pro boxing fights against Floyd Mayweather. Speaks to itself right there. He's got skills, man. And a lot of other people in the UFC, I think, would do great in boxing. Put me on the spot. I couldn't really tell you right now. Boxing. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be hard to transition for no elbows and knees and shit like that for anybody, I'd say. But which is why you've seen Conor with kind of the weird punches at some points. Because in MMA, you're always looking for something to do, like a different punch, different knee, different elbow, something, a way you can hurt the person, you know? In boxing, it's all about punches. So he's kind of trying to make up for some time there. Got himself really tired. Yeah, Conor beats Khabib in a boxing match, probably. Yeah, bringing money, but the UFC is not letting him out of his contract unless he gets a buyout. I don't think he would want to let go of money like that. I'll address it later, man. Fucking. Jeff Neal, 11-2 in MMA, 3-0 in the UFC, 5-fight winning streak at the moment. Contender Series alum. He's got wins over Brian Camozzi, Frank Camacho, and Bill Muhammad. Impressive streak in the UFC. 8 out of his 11 wins are finishes. So he puts him down. Jeff Neal. Nico Price is 9-0, or he went 9-0 in his career up until 2017. He popped for weed in 2017 in his first fight in 2017. Got a marijuana suspension. Won that fight. Comes back. Won that fight against Alex Moreno at that. Comes back from that. Beats Alan Joban. Loses to Vicente Luque. Beats George Sullivan and Randy Brown back to back. Randy Brown was the when Nico Price was on bottom and gave him hammer fists from the bottom and knocked Randy Brown out. That's that Randy Brown. And then he lost to Abdul Razik Alhassan, that piece of shit garbage motherfucker. Let's see UFC top 3 fights you want to see or be made. I want to see Cormier versus Curtis Bates. I want to see Khabib versus Tony. And I'd like to see. I like to see. I don't know right now who I'm going to say for. I want to see Mike Perry and Darren Till. I want to see Mike Perry, Darren Till, Cormier and Curtis Blades and fucking Ferguson and Tony are the 3 fights I would like to see sometime soon. I think that'd be cool. Leading back to that fight, Nico Price, Jeff Neal, I think very close fight. I'm going to go bias Nico Price. Knockout first round. Just bias. Completely going bias on that pick. Chris Cyborg and Felice Spencer. Cyborg 20-2. Only 2 losses are knee bar. And in her first pro MMA fight, a knee bar loss, and then her last fight to Amanda Nunes. She holds wins over Yana Kunitskaya, Holly Holm, Tanya Ebinger, Lena Landsberg, Leslie Smith, Gina Carano, and Shania Blazer. 17 out of 20 of her wins are by knockout. So she puts Cyborg puts it the fuck down. Askren and Marty, you think that'd be a good fight? I think Usman would beat the fuck out of Askren so bad. So bad, dude. You got Spencer? It's a very interesting pick. And I might go your way. I'm gonna have to convince myself when I read these couple of facts that I wrote down. If I convince myself with these last little couple things that I wrote down, I might pick her. I'm probably not gonna pick her though. 7-0 in MMA, 1-0 in the UFC. Submitted Megan Anderson, who's a very talented, long striker. 5 out of 7 of her wins are by finish. It's probably her first true test other than Megan Anderson. 2 strikers. Cyborg power, short, or not short, but not as long as Megan Anderson. Stocky. Power. And then Megan Anderson, the long, kind of just striking, keep you at distance, yada yada. And then I actually got taken down and submitted by Felicia Spencer. So I think she's good. I think she's extremely good. But Cyborg is Cyborg. 17 out of 20 of her wins are by knockout. I love to see knockouts, whether that be men or female fights. I love to see Cyborg fight. So I gotta go Cyborg there. I think Cyborg's gonna connect on her. And even if she gets a takedown, Cyborg is dirty on the floor. She's got a crazy amount of talent on the ground. So I don't see how Felicia Spencer does her like Megan Anderson on the ground, because Megan Anderson's steps behind, or far steps behind Chris Cyborg on the ground. So I don't know. I think it would be kind of a fun fight to watch on the ground. But if they stand up, I think Cyborg knocks her the fuck out, which is what I'm going to pick and hope that it happens. Because I need my record to keep growing and keep doing good. Make it look like that I'm like a pick advisor. You know what I mean? Like I advise picks or something. And then we got the featherweight championship of the world. Max Holloway, Frankie Edgar. Hold on. Fights going on. Oh, shit. Coming up. Max Holloway, this is his rundown since 2013. He has 2 losses to Dennis and Conor McGregor, back-to-back in 2013. He then beats Will Chope, Andre Feely, Clay Collard, Akira Kusarani, Cole Miller, Cub Swanson, Charles Oliveira, Jeremy Stevens, and then Ricardo Lamas. And then he fights Anthony Pettis for the vacant 145-pound belt, wins it, beats Aldo twice, then beats Ortega, loses to Poirier for the interim 155-pound title. So definitely King of 145 for sure. Thing that women, there's a big jump in women's skills from 3-1 on rankings, kind of dangerous for them to see skill difference. I 100% agree with that. But you're never going to find the next big star by going put your ducks in a row, because your next big star is always going to, age. Let's just leave it at that. They're going to age. And if you don't get them at their correct age where they are a star, you lose them. So then you never get them. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to do it that way. You got to, if you see a star in somebody, like Wally Zhang, you got to say, hey, man, we're going to give you the fucking champ. See what you can do. Because you looking like a star. She wins, she's a fucking star. She loses, she's right there. If it's a good fight, open for the rematch. If it's not a good fight, she gets another fight with somebody else. It's a good fight there. Some other bullshit, comes back and then gets that fight again and wins. You know what I mean? Then they got the trilogy or whatever, So they think they got a star in her. They're going to try to make it every time. And it's all good about the Askren shit, Fuck it. Why will I never see you again? If Frankie doesn't win, what's up with that? You from Jersey or something? Yeah, Suarez is a beast. Suarez is a beast. She's going to win the title. I think she's going to get the title shot soon after this. And she's got power and she's big. Oh, nut shot right there. But, yeah, I mean, Holloway's been through the fucking ringers, coming back to defend his 45-pound title. He's had for so long, and he's fighting Frankie Edgar, who's only fought twice in 2018, 0 times 2019. You bet somebody $1,000 Frankie would win? Tell me that's not real. You bet $1,000 on Frankie Edgar. Were you telling me you would bet me $1,000 Frankie Edgar would win? Which one? Because I want to know the answer before I read off his stats. Right now we got Jaleel Hill and Alexander Popek. Jaleel Hill hit Popek with a you would bet $1,000. Why? I want to hear some kind of why. Why would you bet $1,000 that a wrestler we've seen Max Holloway fight, Charles Oliveira, Jeremy Stevens, Cub Swanson, Anthony Pettis, Jose Aldo twice, and we're worried about takedown defense? I know the Jose Aldo fight, there was no takedowns, no shit like that, but still grappling. So I know Frankie's got great grappling. Now let's go on to Frankie. Only fought twice in 2018, not at all in 2019. Hasn't fought in about a year and 2 months. Last fight was a decision win over Cub Swanson. Before that, he had a knockout loss to Brian Ortega. Last time he fought before that was 2017. He's got wins over Cub Swanson, Cole Miller. Cub Swanson twice, sorry. Yair Rodriguez, Jeremy Stevens, Chad Mendez, Uriah Faber, BJ Penn 3 times, Charles Oliveira, Gray Maynard, Sean Shirk, and he's 1-1-1 against Gray Maynard. So, I mean, Gray Maynard wins not much, but. What, dude? What? I mean, I'm with you. All right. Here, listen to me. I'm from New York, so I'm picking Frankie Edgar because I want Frankie Edgar to win. I'm going bias. But we tell you this, I will not be on any kind of hiatus. I am fully aware that Max Holloway will probably win the fight. No, I'm not saying that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Scratch. Frankie Edgar's going to knock him out in the first round. Frankie Edgar knockout first round. First person to ever knock Max Holloway out. Dare I say? I think I will say. We got an eye poke, serious eye poke. He swiped his eye, man. Oh, Papik is not fucking around now. He is pissed. He's got poked in the eye, kicked in the groin. He's coming in for the knockout here. But yeah, that's my pick. Frankie Edgar, knockout. 10 seconds left. I'm going to tell you about the rest of the card here for 240. Kind of slim. Like I said, prelims, not really anything on the prelims. Hakeem Duwandu versus Yashiri Hoin. Gavin Tucker, Sang Wai Chow. Alejandro Pantoja versus Stevenson Fajirigo. Jillian Robinson versus Sarah Fronta. Eric Couch versus Kyle Stewart. A couple decent fights, just not as deep as you would think a pay-per-view card would be. Yeah, dude, this guy Papik got kicked in the balls and then he got poked in the eye. Beast, yeah. Beast. Go to this guy. Papik is a German. Fought his last fight in Titan FC. Beast. He's looking like a fucking monster. It's turned into a grappling match now. Jameel Hill on the cage. Fuck, we gotta pull this thing up again. Up against the cage. Doesn't want a contract kind of fighting. Another groin punch. Oh, it looks like he's got Topic hurt, maybe. Oh, rocked him with an uppercut here. Shit froze. Turn my internet off. We'll see what happens. If you guys freeze, you guys are still here. But I gotta go live. Oh, Papa gets a takedown. Went too deep though, lost it. Good takedown defense. Oh, Papa's hurt now. This is fucked up. He took some big knees to the body. Oh no. Taking more knees to. He's on the ground. He's taking knees to the body still. If this guy gets a win off of an eye poke and a nut shot, then if he gets a contract, that's fucking dirty. 2 nut shots. One wasn't didn't stop it. That's fucked up. That's fucked up big time. I hate to see it because he was getting beat up too. Look, he got kneed again. And if those shots aren't in the fucking groin, then that's pretty damn close, man. It's pretty fucking close. It's a little too close for my liking. I should keep freezing up now. So showed up with the fucking neck roll, man. Stole my neck roll, man. I want to hear what this guy's got to say here.
thanks very much, guys. Well, Jamal, man, what a fight! Incredible fight. You were excited to be able to throw hands with someone who was going to trade with you. How do you feel about your performance tonight?
I feel like I did enough, always very hard critical myself. So, we get right back to each other and we get better, and keep growing. It's a long journey. I feel like I should have been here a long time ago, but here now, I'm ready to get it going.
Well, early on, he was throwing some kicks at you. You guys were kind of figuring out that range. Did you come into this fight determined to sort of beat him at his own game, given that he's a multi-striker?
That's my game. I feel like that's his game. He will be fought. I feel like it's my game. Very well-rounded fighter. I practice every year. Tell my coaches, Chad, my boy, Johnny Blaze. I call him Johnny Goodwire. These guys have been with me since day one, since I was 18. Stuff by me.
That's enough. He reminds me of a skinnier, like smaller Greg Hardy, kind of looking. Really young, man. Really young. That'll either be a really big positive or a really big negative for him when it comes time to giving out the contracts later. We'll see. Who we got next? Christensen and JJ Okanovich. Okanovich is 6-1. Fights out of AKA over there in Cali. 5 out of 6 of his wins or fights generally is 6-1. So 5 out of 6. 5 out of 7. 5 out of 7. My fucking math's wrong. Of his fights are with Bellator. Christian Lahosen fights at Island Fights. They're showing his highlights there. I like when they show the highlights of those promotions. Good boxing, good stand-up. Maybe Wesley Golden. We've seen Wesley Golden fight Damon Minor. That was his last fight. Okanovich fighting at AKA. Obviously pretty good wrestling. Let's see. Sean Woodson and Terrence McKinney also on the card. And Ramazan Kamagomedov and Jordan Williams. Excuse me. Do we know anybody on next week's? Oh, that's week 7. Where's week 6 at? Herbert Burns. Oh, Herbert Burns. Look at this. Nope. I don't see nobody on week 8. Why don't they show week 6, though? Are they skipping over week 6? 5 to 7? UFC? At the UFC Apex, man. Do they do walkout music in this thing? I'm gonna listen to this thing one more time. One more time, yeah.
Enters the Contender Series with a 6-fight winning streak and the desire to make a statement against Christian Lawson.
Are these still the things? Goddamn, we just watched this. What the fuck? They're playing this like it's a fucking real UFC event. Come on. Where's the volume thing? Come here, you fucker.
My name is Christian Losen. I'm 24 years old.
I like seeing it. I gotta have you fucking. I want to hear if you guys got walkout music in the goddamn Contender Series. Jesus. We're hosting fighting out of Florida. This other guy, fucking Okanakovich, fighting out of California. Florida versus California. Let's see. The regional scenes collide. How did that just get announced? I've seen that before already. The Herbert Burns thing. I've seen that. Weird. What is this guy? Fucking featherweight or something? He's over there training with Louis Penny and shit. Who is that? Could be DC. Cain Velasquez. So yeah, he's gonna come out and wrestle. He ain't gonna fuck around. JJ Okanakovich. Okanovich? I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited to see this fight because they're both, I think they look like stand-up strikers to me. Here we go. Let's see what they got on to come out.
J.J. Okanovich.
No, it's just all
After a
yells.
setback in his pro debut, he has reeled off 6 wins.
JJ Okanovich. Like Okana, but it's Okanovich. Six-fight win streak. 4 out of 5 his wins are by submission. Oh, who called it? Trains at AKA JJ Okanovich. Called it. This fight's going to the ground if this guy is better at wrestling. Let's see that Florida wrestling, Tony. Oh, he trains at Mike Perry's gym. That guy that's like Mike Perry's coach right there. 3-fight win streak, all first round submissions, 5 first round finishes. Finished 6 out of 7 of his wins. So maybe this guy's about to tune him up, man. Who knows? We're about to see. Who's it going to be, Chuck? Christian Lahosin or J.J. Okanovich? Florida or California? What's it going to be? 6'2" Christian Lahosin. 3.5-inch reach advantage. 4 years younger. 24-year-old. Oh. Clinched up already. Lahosin looks like he's going on offense. Oh, shit. Great clinch work from both guys. I think it's going to be a war. Oh, Lahosin scores a takedown of some sorts. Oh, gets the half guard here. Not half guard, side control. Now he's in half guard. Oh, elbows from the top from Lahosin. Choke. Front choke. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That is a deep choke, dude. That's a deep choke. I don't know what the fuck that is, but he's got it locked. Oh, dude. Now with both feet, he's got it locked into a triangle, dude. Yeah, Lahosin is slick with submissions. Got on the wrong side, bud. Oh, no, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Oh, yeah, there he is. There he is. Oh, he lost it. He lost it. Is he going to get an arm bar? Nope. Triangle choke just got deep as fuck. Deep as fuck. And I got to flip him over to somewhat of a mounted front choke. Giving him ground and pound here. This kid's impressive. Beating him down. Armbar. Armbar attempt. Oh, he loses it. He loses it. Ground and pound from the top for a fucking, oh shit. This is back and forth for Okanovich. Okanovich kind of has him in a, oh, He's out. Crucifix position, I was going to say, but he's out already. And he is on top of Lahosen, and Lahosen's guard obviously has a very dangerous guard, as we've just seen. Excuse me. Even though it ended like this, he gets his ass knocked out here. Yep. Last 7-2, I think Lahosen definitely won that round. For sure. That was good, too. That was a good first round. Lahosen wants no stand-up. He wants all that groundwork, no stand-up. Yeah, the front choke that he locked up with both his legs over the top was fucking tight. That shit was weird as hell. Oh, Hosen swinging out of a corner here. Hosen gets caught with a left hand coming in there. All right. What the fuck happened there? Something weird happened there. The back standing up though. Lahosen wants to go to the ground so bad. Okanovich doing a great job keeping it standing. What happened, dude? ESPN Plus freezing up the normal. The normal. Lahosen getting the single leg, loses it. I'm rooting for you at this point, Lahosen. Come on, brother. It's caught with a left. Shit, man. Get it to the ground. Yeah. Don't get denied that easy. What was a very exciting start to a fight was a very boring round 2. Lahosen a little winded from it gets caught. It's caught. Big left hand from Lahosen there, keep missing. Shoots in for a takedown, immediately defended. Losing a significant strike battle, 50-27. That's no good, man. Definitely lost the second round. So I have it 1-1, but I'm always wrong sometimes. So you got to think some people might have it 2-0. This guy's losing. He's got to finish, and he's fucking mad tired. Oh, he takes his back. That counts as points, but not much. Just finished the round. That's it. End of the second round. Not good. Not a good way to keep that going there. It's no good. Definitely lost that second round. Needs a finish, in my opinion, just to solidify it. Just to solidify it. I'll have to start getting ready to wrap up. Still wrap up. There's 2 fights left. So I'm going to go in and eat these 2 fights. Yeah, I'm about to go in soon. I might give it one more after this. Oh, big overhand right there. Oh, flying knee from Lahosen misses. It's called with a left hand. Come on, Lahosen. He's throwing lazy kicks out there. It's no good. Straight right hands. Overhand left. None of this is power, though. He has no power. He's got to get the fight to the ground somehow. And he's very tired. Lackadaisical, just swinging over the arms. Okanovich is getting out of the way and getting back in. He's got a tremendous cardio, Okanovich. Stuff takedown again. Getting teed off on. Fuck, dude. I was so impressed with him in the first round. It saddens me so much. It really does. He just wore himself out too much. So I guess, it wasn't bantamweight fight. What's going on? Marion Renault and Irene Aldana. September 21st, Mexico City. Oh shit. Aldana getting back in there. I like Irene Aldana. I think she's got a lot of talent. She's gonna be big, man. She's gonna be like a. She's gonna be in that Macy Barber era. So Macy Barber, Irene Aldana. Okanovich. Every time Lahosen swings, Okanovich dodges, comes back, and hits him twice. He's smacking him now. Front kick to the body. Yeah, the stand up's not even close. And you would think it would be different training with Mike Perry and shit. Oh, jeez. Lahosen gets knocked off Mark with a jab. Jeez Louise, man. What is going on? Another failed takedown attempt. Minute left. Straight left, right again. 45 seconds. He needs a finish, and he's far too tired to score any kind of a finish. So unless he gets finished, I don't see a finish in our 24-second future. %89 takedown defense from Okanovich. How can you put your hands up after that, brother? That just doesn't seem like a hands upable moment. Oh, yeah. Terrence McKetty, Sean Woodson, Ramazan Kurmagomedov, and Jordan Williams coming up next. We're about, I don't think anything this Saturday. Skip next one, August 3rd. Right back. And see you next Tuesday if there's Contender Series also. Holla, Barbecue Pit out.